On SolarQuotes TV this month, it's the all-you-can-eat and drink edition. Which is the best pizza? A solar electric or wood-fired cooked pizza? Beautiful Barossa. One wine family's big dream, be carbon neutral. And in solar tech, we look at the ease of freeze, using thermal storage to solar power a deep freeze. And right for the picking, solar grows tomatoes in the desert. Hello, and welcome to SolarQuotes TV. This month, we're looking at how solar can help reduce cost for foodies, as businesses and homeowners increasingly are looking at the best way to use their energy. And I promise I won't talk with my mouth full. And while for many it's about saving money, there's also huge environmental benefits. If we can move more of the cooking and the production of food to solar, we'll burn less coal, gas, and even wood. Which conveniently brings us to this month's field test, which answers the age-old question, a question foodies have been asking since Michelangelo was a boy. Which oven cooks the best pizza? Wood-fired or solar electric? Let's find out. Hello and welcome to Paradise. Literally, we're in the Adelaide suburb of Paradise here at Reno's house. We're here to test pizza ovens. Australians, if my maths are correct, buy 6 pizzas a second. One of the most popular forms of pizza is wood-fired pizza. The question we're going to answer today is what's better, wood-fired pizza or, you've got it, solar-powered pizza? Because wood-fired pizzas are really popular and so is solar. Reno,
yes.
Tell me about your pizza oven, mate.
We built the pizza oven about 15 years ago. It was a project with my son. It took us about 3 or 4 weeks to build, and it's had many, many happy moments in our family. And all recycled bricks. The bricks came from an accident that my brother had in someone's front fence. So I ended up getting the bricks.
So Reno, I noticed you've also got a solar powered house. Can you tell us about your setup?
It's a 7.2 kilowatt system, and I've got a battery as well.
How big's your battery? Is it 10 kilowatt hours?
Yes.
For most typical Australian energy users, unless you're really using a lot of energy, that's generally going to give you a credit most of the time.
Yeah. Beauty of it was we got our first credit last bill.
So we're going to find out which one is best when it comes to cost of the oven, setup, running costs, ease of use, cooking time, carbon footprint, and really importantly, taste. Who do you reckon is going to win, Reno?
I reckon on taste, I might just nudge it through.
Oh, confident.
But on effort, I reckon you'll get there. Finn, you've seen my oven.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, where's yours? Oh, what? A lovely colour, but what is it?
This, Reno, as it says on the tin, is the ultimate pizza oven. Drop your pizza in.
Yep.
Close the lid. About 5 minutes later.
Oh.
Beautiful Italiana pizza.
Oh, interesting.
Are you worried?
No.
So to know exactly how much energy and therefore how much it's cost us to cook a pizza in this baby, we've got an energy meter. So this will measure the instantaneous watts going from Reno's solar panels and batteries to the oven. And as a backup, on Reno's laptop in the background here, slowly getting cooked by the pizza oven, we've got the Fronius monitoring. So we'll be able to confirm that the energy coming just from the solar panels and the battery. Reno, how long does it take to get ready and preheat your oven?
2 to 3 hours. How long does it take to do yours?
According to the instructions, 10 minutes. Let's go.
What's with your apron?
Do you like it?
Oh, interesting.
I'm a big fan of Michelangelo.
Are you?
Yeah. Pepperoni pizza?
Not for me, thank you.
A beautiful solar powered cooked pizza.
Biggest downside for a pizza oven is that when it goes on and you start cooking, I get all these freeloaders.
Reno, I smell pizza and I'm hungry.
All right, freeloaders.
Yeah.
Time to do something useful. What Reno and I need you to do is simply eat great pizza. Tell us which one's best. One's cooked by the sun, one's cooked by fossil fuels. Which one's your favourite, Margarita?
I like the round one. It's got a nice crunchy base and it's really tasty.
So for me, I definitely think the round one is the winner.
If I had to choose a pizza, I think I'd go for the round one.
After careful analysis, taste, texture, chemicals. These are pizzas that have been cooked in exactly the same way. That one has been cooked slightly longer, so it's a little crispier. So that's the only difference between them. I like it a little crispier, so I'm going with that one. But if this had been cooked another 30 seconds, a minute longer, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
So I think it's 6 votes for the round
Yeah.
and 0 votes for the square.
Shall we tell them?
Should we tell them which one's which?
Yeah.
The round one was cooked.
By Finn.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Finn.
We started today asking the question, which pizza oven is best, the wood-fired pizza oven or the solar-powered pizza oven? And we got 7 criteria. Number 1, cost of the oven.
$1,500.
$119. Solar. Ka-ching! Setup time.
2.5 hours.
10 minutes. Solar. Ka-ching! Number 3, running costs. Reno, how much was your wood?
Well, my wood was free. We just all scratched from my garden.
Okay, I just had a quick look at the energy meter, 2 kilowatt hours. Your feed-in tariff is 15 cents, so I've cost you 30 cents of feed-in tariff. So I'm going to have to give that one to the wood oven.
Yay!
Number 4, ease of use. I had to turn the dial to number 10.
Yep.
What did you have to do?
So it took about 2.5 hours, so I'll give that one to you.
Solar wins. Ka-ching! Cook time.
I think that was similar. I thought yours was simpler to use.
So for cook time, draw.
I would say, yep.
And here's a good one. Carbon footprint, Reno. How many kilograms of wood do you reckon?
About 20 kilograms.
Okay, so that's probably 30, almost 40 kilograms of CO2.
Yeah.
You've got a beautiful solar powered house.
Yeah.
So I think we can say the solar powered oven rounds down to 0 CO2.
Yeah.
Another win to
Another
the
win.
solar oven on CO2 emissions. And finally, taste.
Yeah.
6-0 to me, mate.
That's right. Well done.
I think we can scientifically say cooking pizza with solar is better than cooking pizza with a wood-fired oven. Controversial, especially when you're standing next to an Italian bloke. Oh, unbelievable! I swear on my mama's life, I did not fix that. Seriously, I did not expect that result. But it just goes to show solar power can deliver awesome tasting pizzas. Speaking of taste, these winemakers from South Australia's Barossa region know all about it. And they're really keen to reduce their environmental impact with an aim of getting carbon neutral by 2025. We caught up recently with Kirk from Lambert Estate and Miles from Class A Electrical to see what they've been doing with solar on their winery. The Lambert family near Angaston has a green dream, and they're going big with solar to achieve it.
We built this brand new facility back in 2015. Everything we did from the construction, from building it into the ground to using 100% rainwater, was meant to be entirely sustainable, renewable, and solar fit perfectly in with those objectives.
And there's a massive hip pocket benefit too. The 100 kilowatt solar system cost $120,000 to build.
It's made up of 360 250 watt ET solar panels, and it's powered by 4 Schneider CL inverters.
But the reduction in bills has been significant. The Lambert's electricity bill dropping from around $10,000 a month to $3,000 and sometimes even lower.
Luckily, wine industry, kind of the peak periods really kind of perfectly match up with kind of the peak solar periods as well. So we built our water tanks on top of the hill for irrigation, and during the day now, because of the solar power, we're able to pump up using solar energy to help irrigate. And then at nighttime, we're able to gravity feedback down the hill, so we're not using any extra power.
But the beautiful Barossa does offer some solar challenges, those big gum trees. They do shade the Lambert's panels late in the day. Miles Ratcliffe from Class A Energy Solutions says it was an issue everyone knew about at the time, but he says it hasn't had a significant impact, with the system delivering excellent returns. So much so that the Lamberts plan to more than double their solar system as the winery itself expands.
It'll be an additional 130 kilowatts of solar using the ever-trusted Trina 370 watt panels, along with the SolarEdge optimised inverter technology. So we'll couple that up with solar analytics.
That expansion comes with a $210,000 price tag, minus the federal incentive for large-scale generation certificates. As part of that next phase, some trees will be trimmed too. And with the new panels being coupled with SolarEdge optimizers and inverters, Miles expects Lamberts will get the maximum output from every panel. The solar electric expansion also extending to electric vehicles. 8 new Tomlinson lithium battery powered carts have been ordered from the US and will be charged using solar power.
People can go out and experience the vineyard and be able to see, you know, everything around it, so they can kind of see that sustainability in practice.
While Tesla chargers are already on site, batteries are now planned too. And also already on site is a brand new $45,000 electric pizza oven, the biggest in SA, brought in all the way from Italy.
It's a beautiful piece of machinery, custom built. It's a beautiful copper dome. We only got it a couple weeks ago, and so we're very much looking forward to getting the first pizzas out of there.
The beauty of the electric pizza oven is that it can be run all year round and isn't subject to fire restrictions. And in time, the plan is for it to be entirely run on solar energy.
Businesses are really looking at the environmental side of things now than they have perhaps in the past, and carbon neutrality and carbon offsets is a big thing.
I'd be very happy when we can get to the point where we can say that, look, 100% of our power is 100% of the time being generated on site and completely self-reliant. Thank you. Cheers.
Now that is an impressive plan, and I cannot wait to get up there and try out that magnificent pizza oven. Makes my little thing look inadequate. Now, our regular viewers, hey Mum, may have noticed that last month Ned wasn't here, but he has sent in his review this month. Over to Ned.
Cheers, Finn. Beautiful drop. I can really taste the tannins. Hint of strawberry. 5 stars, I reckon.
Okay, looks like we've not lost Ned. We'll try and go back in a moment. Okay, no, he's back.
Sorry about that, Finn. Here we go. Beautiful. Zesty. Really pops in my mouth. I can really taste the tannins. 6 out of 5 stars.
What's going on there, Ned? Is this Ned's solar review or Ned's cheese and wine selection? All right, mate, one last chance.
Sorry, guys. This review is from David. It's allocated to the installer Roland Lawrence Electrical from Torella, New South Wales. Amazing installer. And it goes like this. The installation was polite, tidy, and on time. The guys arrived at 7 a.m. and were all done about 2:30, 3 p.m. It's quick work. They cleaned up, which is more than I can say about a lot of tradies that come through our house. I think that's a very important fact to hone in on, because so many people these days are a bit untrustworthy about tradies or people coming into the house. This just shows a level of respect that is needed with installations like this. This is important to us because I have a 9-month-year-old crawling around. Obviously safety is a big concern. These guys were up to the task. Overall, customer service has been great so far. Roland is responsive to messages, emails, and pretty helpful with advice. So as you can see, that's pretty indicative of Roland Lawrence Electrical's overall installation quality. And yeah, just a great review for a great company. See you again next month. Cheers.
Now, even though Ned was having a lot of fun at a winery, he does make a very sober point. If you skimp on the installation, you're not only putting the installers at risk, you're putting your house at risk. So don't do it. Now, as a solar nerd, it's my favorite segment, Solar Tech. We're going all the way to Houston, Texas, boy! Which has not just got rednecks, it's got greenies in it. Mate, this is so cool. Let's go. Time starts now. How do you solar power a 24-hour-a-day cool room using no batteries? Obviously, you could get solar panels, you could put that energy into batteries, and you could use that energy overnight. Why wouldn't you do that? One, you need a metric shit ton of batteries, and they're really expensive. This great company from Houston, Texas, called Viking Cold Solutions, have come up with a really simple solution that's 10 times cheaper than batteries. They use phase change materials, or PCMs. What's a phase change material? It's non-toxic, it's a mixture of water and hydrated salts, and you literally just stick them in plastic bottles and you hang them along the top of the racks that's got all the frozen, chilled food in there. How does that work? Well, when you've got solar energy during the day, you've got heaps of energy, right? So you switch your chillers on and you freeze the phase change material. It freezes solid. At sunset, you run out of solar energy and the phase change material starts to slowly melt. When it melts, it absorbs heat 300 times faster than the food, and it keeps the cool room cool all night until sunrise. When your solar production curve comes up and you've got heaps of solar energy, you freeze the phase change material and it all starts again. Now, they started this invention just to reduce energy use, but they realized that you can actually use it to shift the energy demand curve under the solar curve. Look at this. The blue line, that's before they installed the phase change materials. Then you can see the new line, which you're only using energy during the day. You'll easily get that under, say, a 100 kilowatt solar system demand curve. You'll absolutely smash that demand with 100 kilowatts. It's brilliant. There's no moving parts. You can use solar power to power the stuff you wouldn't dream of powering. I mean, you've got the blisteringly hot Houston sun powering something that's sub-zero. It's simple, it's genius, it delivers cheaper ice cream for everyone, and I'm under time! If you're as obsessed about solar tech as I am, you can read for hours on our blog at solarquotes.com.au and click on the blog link. Now it's time for the real talent at SolarQuotes. It's Mr. Ronald Brackles. Not only can he write diatribes, he can cook, and he can wear an amazing apron. Ronald, how are you, mate?
Oh, I'm very good. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Did you enjoy your meal on Thursday night?
It was delicious, mate. Beautiful, tender chicken, perfectly cooked vegetables.
Yes, but, you know, it only tasted that good because...
Because you cooked it.
Yeah, that's right. I cooked it. And you know what I used? This baby! A slow cooker powered by solar power from Finn's rooftops.
So on Thursday morning, you came round my house.
Yep, that's right.
You brought your... How much was this thing?
Oh, pretty expensive. $19 at Kmart.
You bought your $19 slow cooker.
Yep,
And you cooked us all dinner.
that's right.
Now, why would you want to cook your dinner in a slow cooker if you've got solar?
Oh, three very good reasons. One, it uses solar power during the day. So instead of coming home at night after the sun's gone down, turning on your oven, turning on your stove, you're using solar power through the day and improving your self-consumption of solar. That saves you money.
How much energy did you use to cook dinner?
1.6 kilowatt hours.
So instead of pulling that 1.6 kilowatt hours at around 6 o'clock, which is peak time in autumn when the evenings are a bit chilly, you help the grid by pulling it from the solar.
Yep, that's the second reason. You reduce the peak demand for grid electricity, and that saves everyone money because you're saving the grid money, you're reducing your average wholesale price. It's great.
What's the other reason?
It tastes great.
It does taste great. Was it a big effort though?
No, I purposely made the recipe so it'd be very easy to cook.
How much money do you reckon you saved me?
Well, for you, probably 35 cents. You're here in Adelaide with your, with your high feed-in tariff and so on. In Western Australia, with their bugger all feed-in tariff, you'd probably save 40 cents. In Australia, let's say, 30 cents on average.
So people are listening to that and probably thinking, is it worth the effort to save 30 cents?
Yeah, it'd pay for itself in 2 months if you use it every day.
It was only 19 bucks.
That's right.
And it was delicious. But then it's interesting, isn't it? Because one of the best-selling batteries over the last 5 years in Australia was the N-phase AC battery.
Oh, how much does that cost?
I think $3,000 to $4,000 to get it installed, and it's a 1.2 kilowatt-hour battery. Thousands of people have spent $3,000 or $4,000 to save 30 cents a day with a battery.
Oh, I'm gonna feel dumb now.
So tell us about the recipe. So the viewers at home can do the same thing.
Okay, so you throw in potatoes, carrots, onions, whatever vegetables you like. I threw in half a jar of peanut paste, 4 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, since he's from Britain. You put the chicken in, then you put the rest of the vegetables on top, so the chicken will cook sooner and heat up sooner.
So
I'm hungry.
the timeline is,
I came at 10, and what with everything, I turned it on at 11 exactly.
do you know what happened 20 minutes later?
Yes, Elon Musk saved our lives. There was a power failure, and
It's true.
Yeah.
We've got proof.
Yep, and so the solar cooker went off, and it was full of chicken, and the power failure lasted 3 hours. It had just had time to get warm, but not kill the bacteria. So if it switched back on, it would have been a bacterial stew. We wouldn't have known, we would have eaten it, and we might not have died, but we probably would have wished we'd died.
Now you just said the slow cooker switched off.
Yeah.
It
so-
didn't. Literally, I'm not making this up. You couldn't predict it. 20 minutes after Ronald left, we had a power cut. The Tesla Powerwall 2 kicked in. The slow cooker didn't miss a beat, and a beautiful dinner was cooked. So not only was it cooked with solar, but it was backed up with a battery. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
So as solar systems are getting bigger,
Yep.
as feed-in tariffs are going down, is cooking with a slow cooker a good way to use all that excess solar energy?
Oh, definitely. It's a lot better than coming home at night and switching on your electric stove. If you cook the same meal in just this pot in an oven, you'd probably use at least twice as much electricity because the oven is bigger, it loses a lot more heat. If you have an induction cooker, though, you can use a slow setting on your induction cooker.
Well, that's a good point, isn't it? That's another benefit of getting an induction cooker.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't want to leave your gas hob on low all day when you're not in the house.
No, that's a bad idea. That's how you burn your house down.
So there you have it. Ronald cooking dinner in a slow cooker is just one example of smart ways to increase your self-consumption. You're kind of using food as a battery. Now you might be thinking, oh, 1.6 kilowatt hours, 30, 40, 50 cent saving, big deal. But that's like 12% of a Powerwall 2, which is going to cost you between $15,000 and $17,000 installed. So you do stuff like that a few times and you can make up for a battery just through changes in behavior.
Excellent point, Finn. I'm a great believer in storing food energy. So, when are you going to pay me for that meal I cooked for you Thursday night?
Oh, I've got to pay for it.
Yeah, come on, hand it over. You got the money?
Oh, I better do an ad.
Yeah, hurry up.
SolarQuotes.com.au's got everything you need to know about solar, batteries, installers, inverters. It's got Ronald's writing on there. Go visit it, and maybe I'll be able to pay Ronald for his meal. Well, there's the end of another great show. Time for the finale. Sundrop Farms is in the South Australian desert and they grow tomatoes using almost nothing but sunlight and seawater. So how on earth do you grow over 15 million kilograms a year of tomatoes in the desert? Well, I'll tell you how. So you don't actually use solar PV, you don't use solar electricity, you use solar thermal. So, just outside Port Augusta, here in South Australia, there are 24,000 mirrors sitting in the desert. Those mirrors are computer controlled and they focus the sun's heat on a 127 meter tall tower. Now you pump water up that tower and you turn it into very, very hot steam. Then you can use that steam to drive a steam turbine, and that's how you generate electricity. You can use it to desalinate millions of liters of water a day, and you can use it to heat greenhouses. Put those three together and you've got most of what you need to grow tomatoes all year round in the South Australian desert. It's absolutely brilliant. And in a warming climate, we're going to need to start growing food in places where you wouldn't think of growing food. This is world-leading technology, again, using the sun in a different way to grow food for the masses, and they are beautiful tomatoes, and not surprisingly, they're looking at rolling this out all around the world. So these sun-grown tomatoes literally are coming to a fruit and veg shop near you. It's incredible, what do you reckon?
That is incredible. 24,000 mirrors?
Yep.
My God, when Elon showed me his house, that was more than was on the ceiling of his bedroom.
Wow, that's a lot of mirrors. That was SolarQuotes TV, Episode 5, the Food and Drink Edition. Don't forget to tune in the first Tuesday of next month. Winter is coming. We'll be focusing on the dark side of solar, how to use your solar system in midwinter.